September 14th, 10:15 AM. Oh, here I am. Welcome to a Mortician's Tale, everyone. And it should give you an idea straight away what kind of game we're dealing with here. So let's check our email. Or Mortician's email, if you like. Hello and welcome to our new funeral director. Welcome, Charlie. Nice to meet you. My name's Matthew, and I'm mainly going to be the man who delivers the bodies to you and helps with some of the more heavy lifting. Ever hear the joke about a hearse driver? I'll tell it to you when I come by in a bit. Looking forward to working together. I think you'll enjoy working here. Amy is a sweetheart, but she runs a tight ship. Nothing you can't handle, I'm sure. She wouldn't have hired you otherwise. Cheers and good luck. Matthew J., Funeral Director. From Amy Rose to Rose and Daughter's staff. Hello everyone, I'd like to take this opportunity to introduce our new funeral director, Charlotte, or Charlie, as she told me she likes to be referred to. Charlie is a recent graduate who came highly recommended and is eager to begin her career with us at Rose and Daughter's funeral home. Please take the time to make Charlie feel at home within our little family. We'll have a nice catered lunch this afternoon so we can all get to know each other a little better as well. That's lovely. Click on my instructions. Hello Charlie. Well, you're new here, so it's probably best I explain where everything is. In your office preparation room, you'll have your cremation station, your cremulator station, embalming station, and obviously since you're reading this email, your desk and computer area. Yeah, I know you have experience working with these stations, but please let me know if you have any questions. From Jen Love. Good luck, you beautiful and smart baby. I guess my subject lines to you should start being more professional now that we are business professionals. I can't wait to get your reply so I can see your fancy new email signature. I love that you were able to land this gig straight after graduating. It sounds super cool. I didn't even know mum and pop funeral homes were a thing until now. I guess it's just not something I really think that much about. I should look more into this, learn more about your world and industry. As I said, you are now a very serious professional. Speaking of being professional, my museum gig is amazing. I can't believe someone paid me to move to London. And not London, Ontario. Is that Ontario? Serial killer capital of Canada. Yeah, it is then. To work in a museum. Take that, everyone who said I couldn't get a job with an art history degree. I'll tell you more about it when we Skype. My stories require you to see my face, and that you hear my excellent British accent impersonation. That sounds good to me. Also, I signed you up for a Funerals Monthly newsletter. Consider it your graduation gift. I love you. I am super proud of your gift. Love you, love you, Jen L., Museum Creator, London Pathology Museum. I can't reply though, I don't think. Today's tasks. Hope yourself has done okay so far. Matthew should have dropped off your first body for you to work on. He said you were really friendly, and he's glad to have someone young and lively to work with. Your first body is Mrs. Garcia, an elderly woman who died suddenly of a heart attack. The family has asked for a closed casket funeral, so no embalming or body preparation is necessary. They seem a bit more united than previous families we dealt with. Strange how grief affects people differently. Perhaps having more time to say goodbye makes things a bit easier if that's possible. That being said, although you won't be embalming her, I do think it's important to take the time to clean her body. No one's going to see her body, but I like to encourage my funeral directors to do this out of respect for the deceased and their loved ones. You'll find her in the prep room. No embalming on a closed casket. Okay. There's the news. Okay. Sure thing, I'll get right to it. Well, there she is. That's the cremation station. So let's go over and clean the body. Oh god, okay. This is the prep room, where you'll prepare bodies for burials and viewings. Because the family has requested a closed casket ceremony of no embalming, you're just going to clean the body. Click on the sponge and drag. Oh god, look at all my tools. Oh god, that's for stuffing in, isn't it? Oh yeah, that's to keep them yeah, so they don't. I think that's to keep it so they keep the eye shape and it's not. They don't just sink in as they decay. Which is lovely. Let's clean up this dead woman. There we go. Spotless. That's it, you're done. Mrs. Garcia will be sent to Mike, who will take care of dressing and putting her in the casket. It's time to go to her funeral. You're responsible for taking care of the deceased body, but it's also important to pay your respects to their loved ones. Follow the arrow to head to the funeral parlour. Alright, yeah. I forgot that was kind of part of the service where you come and help them view the body and, tell them that they're clean and happy and all that sort of thing. They've gone to a better place. Hey. She would have hated these paintings. She was so particular. Yeah, at least she doesn't have to see them, I guess. Yeah, I guess. Hey, friendo. How you doing? We usually don't small talk a lot of these things. At least that's what I was always taught. Okay, I guess that's another funeral director. Probably, yeah, not a good idea to chat. I hate wearing pantyhose. My legs are so itchy, but it's always so cold in these funeral homes. I think I might actually miss those sweaters you used to knit for me now. Hey, kiddo. Mummy, I'm hungry. When can we go? Yeah, I heard the family specifically said no embalming. I thought it was mandatory, like required by law, but I guess not. Embalming weirds me out. Does chemicals leach into the ground? Seems strange to be using a chemical that is known to cause cancer and putting it in the ground like that. Or into the sewer. That's what I must do with the leftover formaldehyde, right? Just pour it down the drain? At least embalming guarantees you won't be buried alive. Stop it, don't make me laugh right now. Yeah, that was super funny. I guess each to their own sense of humour, I guess. Time to pay my respects. There we go. I've said hello to everyone and now I leave. Job done. Just knock off. Knock off for lunch. You're cleaning your station. Jolly good. Alright, oh, they're all pinging in now. Jesus, okay. Let me explain a bit more. Oh god. A colleague and I were discussing the tight laces liver specimens. A woman who died in '07, the liver is tapered inwards when the doctor leaned the too tight lacing on her corset. Tight lacing was super popular. Okay, I'm not here to read about this. Next job. Here are the instructions for your next body. You did a remarkable job on the first one. The family is very happy with you. A man named Mr. Duval, an elderly man, died of old age. Nothing fancy, just a standard funeral with embalming. You can reach out to his daughter Lizzie Duval if you have any questions. She's handling her father's passing as well as can be expected. Please remember to wear proper embalming gear. Formaldehyde is extremely dangerous. Promise I won't mother you too much. Well, just a little. Ask Matthew if he knows. Please pass along our deepest thanks to you and your staff for the wonderful job they did with our funeral. Getting to share home-cooked meals, yada yada yada. Oh god. I know I'm missing a lot of the background plot, but I'm more interested in kind of dealing with what's going on. I'll get right on it. Okay, we are ready to embalm this poor gentleman. Traditional burials require embalming, which preserves the body and prevents it from decomposing as quickly. Unless the family requests otherwise, all traditional burials will use embalming. Let's start by cleaning the body. Oh, we're going to have to give him a shave, I think. Jesus, you've got a lot of stubble going on there, man. Yeah, there we go. Shave off his head there. There we go. Get rid of this magnificent chest hair. There we go. In order to break rigor mortis, you have to massage the body. Okay. Don't like how you phrased that. Okay, let's break this rigor mortis. The eyeballs deflate once the body starts decomposing. Yeah, that's what I said, yeah. Grim as fuck. One in you, and one in you. There we go. To keep the eyes shut, you'll need to glue them. Oh yeah, because when the skin dries out, it retracts, doesn't it? Click and drag the glue onto each eye to shut it. Boop. Boop. The mouth sags and hollows once the body starts decomposing. Click and drag a cotton ball into the mouth to give it shape. Yeah, and then you'll have to suture it shut. Don't know if anyone's seen the oh god, Hill House? Haunting of Hill House, or whatever it's called on Netflix, but there's a lot of this in that. Moisturise the body. Okay. We're turning him into a moisturised Superman. Embalming involves removing blood and replacing it with preserving chemicals. Click and drag the scalpel over the neck to make an incision, and you connect it to this machine, don't you? And it pumps it round. Oh yeah. You need a tube. Click the tube and drag it into the neck. There we go. Click on the cannula and drag it to the carotid artery. Boom. Okay. Now you need to connect the embalming machine to the cannula. Okay, so the tubing removes the blood, the embalming machine and cannula replaces it. Click on the embalming machine button to turn it on. Boom. We have to massage them through the body. Okay. Oof, here we go. And then in your chest. I note they have strategically decided to keep the camera above waste. There we go. Get that formaldehyde flowing. Well, we've got to do like the whole machine, I think. Down the arm. And then we sew him up. How do we... Ah, there we go. Got to do that little tip of the thing. Almost done. You need to drain the organs of any remaining fluids. Click on the trocar. And then click and hold the abdomen until all the liquid has been drained. Lovely. Yep. Don't want any greasy, gassy fluids ready to explode a body in there. And you're done. Mike will take care of his makeup as well as dressing and putting him in the casket. It's time to attend his funeral. Okay, this is very grim and yet also undeniably kind of fascinating at the same time, to be honest. There he is. Came out of nowhere. I mean, it always sort of does, doesn't it? Yeah, 1 minute you're laughing, having fun, the next, poof, that person is gone. Just like, gone. Yeah, it's weird to think about for too long. Like staring at the sun. I start to feel all fuzzy when I think about it. So weird how our bodies just stop working like that. Yeah. So strange not seeing most people wearing white. White? Yeah, I think it's different for different family members. I can't remember, but I haven't gone to many traditional funerals. So mostly white, but like definitely not red, no matter what. Okay, different customs for different folk. He always wanted to take his grandkids to the park, play catch. He loved playing catch. He's actually a dog in a man's suit. He threw a mean curveball, that's for sure. You just playing on your DS? Nice. Appropriate music. Pay our respects to the gentleman. And then off we go. We'll knock off once again. Oh. Approaching Christmas. Cleaning the old... I guess the cremation is the next thing to do. Okay, today's funeral is for a woman who died from breast cancer. Nothing fancy, just a standard cremation. Okay. Passing on a lovely thank you note. Cool. Meet cutes for death positive cuties. There's this dating site specifically for people working in the death industry. Oh, I thought they were together, to be honest, with the whole love you thing. Or maybe they are, maybe they should be together. That's the other, isn't it? Mum ran over. Okay. Let's grab a bottle of wine for our next Skype date. If you sign up for Dead Meat, Tinder rules apply. You have to like me if you come across my profile or whatever. I'm not sure how it works just yet, though. Paycheck coming late. Sorry. I don't like the look of this one, not one bit. I know you've only been with us for a few months, but maybe you're aware of the trouble Amy has been having. Can't compete with it. Don't tell Amy I sent this to you. Also, I'm starving. Beef and cheddar. Nice. I think there's some of our income and I don't have enough to pay you this week. Would it be terrible if I cut you a check for next week instead? Ah, yeah. LGBTQ funerals. That's probably quite interesting, but I'm not going to sit here and read this while you guys are there. Oh, I need to say I'm on it to the to boss lady. I'm on it. Then we've got to figure out what we deal with cremations, because they still need to get prepared, right? Before we cremate, we need to prepare her body. Mrs. Hall's family bought clothing and jewellery for her to wear. It's important to remove these before the cremation process is to not damage them. Have they already had the funeral then? Because normally you're there and then the coffin goes down into the crematorium part, doesn't it? That's part of the ceremony. Click and drag and put it on the purple tray. Need to be able to identify her remains after she's been cremated. Lovely. Click and drag the round identification tag and place it in the coffin. All that's going to be left of poor Mrs. Hall is this metal tag. And in she goes. Okay, I guess they have had the funeral, or they'll pray to the ashes, or whatever. Yeah, okay, yeah. We've just got an urn. I mean, every cremation I've been to is, basically a funeral that ends in the cremation, doesn't begin. This is the cremulator. Contrary to popular belief, cremation doesn't turn bodies into ash as much as bone fragments. Great. Using the cremulator, we'll break these bone fragments down into ash-like remains. Let's start by placing the urn in the cremulator. They can drag the bone fragments. Whoopsie daisy. Nice. Is that a banana? Now with the bones, click and drag it back onto the counter. Okay, don't put it in the cremulator. Last step, click on the urn's lid and drag it to the top of the urn. Boom. Okay, so the funeral is just the urn. Okay. Not quite how I've seen it go, but different funerals for different people, isn't it? So, let's chat to the sad people. This is nice in a weird way. She liked that we're all here talking. She always tried to keep the family together. Food is delicious. I know that's weird, but these crab cakes are mwah. Yeah, that is weird to say at a funeral. Glad she was cremated, not in like an open casket or something. Seeing her like that, I don't know if I could have. I guess we all got to say goodbye. She would have liked that. She would have hated this music. She never wanted the funeral to be sad. She would have wanted us smiling. She said so. Oh, we didn't pick the damn music. She fought really hard. She was proud of herself. She never gave up. Not once. Okay, let's pay our respects. And off we go. Okay, February. The new year. Well, we're still employed, so... Oh, we got a coffee. Nice. News about the future. Heavy heart, I write to let you know that Rose and daughters will no longer be in business. Truth is, I don't really know what to say. So my father passed away, I've done my best to make Rose and daughters warm and friendly to anyone who chose to use them. You've all become like family. Including you, Charlie. It's getting harder, rent's going up, less and less, like I have the energy for this business. So we've been bought. Or I sold. Either way soon. Hillside Heritage Enterprises. They're going to replace it starting from the beginning of next month. Same building, same name. They're keeping it for tax purposes. And keeping up the image, yeah. They've agreed to keep you all on. I would sell as long as you all weren't without a job. Oh, bruh. Nice little thank you note from the cremation people. Don't know what to do. Situations like this, we typically connect people like Ryan with a grief counsellor or other professionals who can really help him. Sometimes we get emails like this, and people don't know where else to turn. So if you're ever having troubles, I should reach out, and you would know somebody I could talk to. Okay. Can you refer me to talk to someone? I don't want to freak out my mum. So he needs a grief counsellor, doesn't he? I'm playing a new game, Tales from the Crypt Sweeper. Oh Christ! Sure, that sounds fun. I can't reply to any of these, so I can't forward. Can't reply to him anyway, but oh, that is actually a game. Ah! I don't want to play Minesweeper right now. Yeah, so there are special instructions. It's just please cremate my father. He has a pacemaker. Doctor told me it needs to be removed. Okay. Just yank out his pacemaker and then burn him. In a very sensitive, kind way. Mr. Reyes came directly from the hospital, so we don't have to worry about removing any valuables. He has a pacemaker that I need to remove before creation. Because pacemakers are batteries, they will explode inside the hot heat of the cremation machine, and we definitely don't want that. So let's start by removing it. Click and drag a scalpel over the heart to make an incision. Then we'll yank that sucker out. Thank you very much. Brown identification tag. And then we pop them in. We grind down the fragments, take the urn to the funeral, say our respects, and then we'll call it there. Okay, let us shred these suckers. Yeah, I know what I'm doing, he says, trying to shred the bones before the urn's even in there. And whoop. There we go. Oh, is that Amy there? Well, no. I wonder if he ever liked me. He was nice to me, but I don't know. He never seemed like he really cared if I was there or not. Let's talk to the grieving couples, and then we'll pay our respects and then call it there. Do you ever end up clearing the air with your father? No, we talked a few times, but no, not really. He sounded like a difficult man. He was stubborn. That's just it. Stubborn. What do you want to do after this? It's pretty nice out. Let's change and go find a patio somewhere. I could really use a beer right now. Okay, yeah, great. Glad to know you're really focusing on the problem at hand. I always told him to quit smoking, but of course he never listened to me, so that figures. Great. You know, don't talk about the nice things about this guy's life, just talk about how you bitched and moaned. Well, we shall leave it there. An interesting little game. I'm learning more about preparing bodies than I ever wanted to. So once again, I'll leave a link down in the description. If you want me to play more of it, just let me know. And I shall see you all next time. Goodbye.